you doing, guys? Thanks again for joining us. Tonight we're going to be making our number 2 seller, Lobster Mac and Cheese. Just a quick little display. So you can
What's your number 1 seller?
see how delicious it is. And I was just going to get to that, but our number 1 seller is our lobster roll. I mean, again, it's on an Asian olive roll. Then we grill it. Super, super sweet, super tender. Just a very, very delicious roll. And then you can't beat the main lobster that goes inside of it. Obviously, off the tail in our boats. But I know you're all probably sitting home wondering how to make the quick, easy mac and cheese. So I'll just give you a quick tutorial. And if you want to come down and get fresh lobster and try it at home, you can. If not, we have the best lobster mac and cheese. But easy peasy, we're just going to get right into this. Get it done and over with, I guess. But get the pan ripping hot, full heat. You want it like so you can see the steam coming off it, the heat coming off it. Get about 1.5 cups of heavy cream.
Yeah.
Straight in and make a mess, you know. It's all right. It's going to reduce really, really fast.
Turn up a notch.
Keep going. Just let that sit for about 45 seconds. It'll thicken up. Easy. And actually, before it gets hot, take your lobster meat. And like I said, we have the freshest lobster meat.
Just arrived today, right?
Yup. 4 ounces in every single one. And off a 1 pound lobster, you only get about 4 to 6.5 ounces of meat. A little bit more sometimes, but drop that right in there. You get a lot of flavor just from the lobster meat going in. Let it kind of simmer in there and release all the juice a little bit. We also have our own little mix. Old Bay, some granulated onion, a bunch of other stuff in here. I'm not going to go into all that besides what I want to give it up, you know? So, let's throw that in there. About a tablespoon. Keep letting it reduce. Take about another 30 seconds. Then you can drop the cheese in. You let your cheese melt. Now, everybody has different types of cheese they like to use. I mean, Gouda, Fontina, cheddar, mozzarella, Parmesan, everything. It's whatever you prefer. I mean, I've seen people use blue cheese in their mac and cheese. It's actually pretty good. I like to use Gruyere and your basic sharp cheddar. I mean, they just get the skunkiness and the pungentness from both, and then with the lobster meat. Now, if you can see this, it's actually starting to come up and the cream is starting to thicken. So you just throw both of your cheeses in, and that'll drop the temperature back down a little bit, and it'll help the cream from burning to the pan. And it won't stick. It's all coming together nice. Lobster meat's hidden in there now. We've seen that. Then, as soon as your cheese starts to melt, gets a little stringy, you just come over with your noodles. We give a nice, healthy portion of noodles, almost 10 ounces of noodles.
So is that 1 serving right there?
That's 1 serving of mac and cheese. It's a nice hearty serving. I mean, it tops that bowl off, fills it up, and then we have homemade panko crust that we do. Just Parmesan, a little bit of lobster seasoning, some Old Bay, bunch of seasonings. We're all about that flavor. And you can see like just the gooiness when you use that right cheese. I mean, it's all about that Gruyere and cheddar combination. It's a great combination. Don't need to finish it with anything, no salt, nothing like that. Obviously, when you do your lobster meat, put it in ice cold. Like cook your lobster, throw it in the fridge, get it super cold. That way it'll come up to temp and will not get all rubbery. And we'll just go a couple more seconds on that, let that cheese thicken up. And helps the pan clean.
How long do you cook the mac and cheese, the macaroni before you put it in?
The mac noodles themselves, I pre-blanched them, but these are a little bit larger of a noodle, so I'll go anywhere between 12 to 14 minutes. My grandma would always laugh at people that go over and dump a ton of oil in their water. And I never understood it until one day she's like, Matthew, what does oil do when you dump it in water? And I'm like, it floats on top of the water. And she goes, so what's the sense of putting oil in the water? It doesn't help the noodles at all. A lot of chefs think that putting oil in the water helps the noodles from sticking together, but that's an after the fact thing. So we'll come over here and plate it. You always want to try and push the lobster meat to the side, especially if you're making this for your girlfriend or whatever, so she knows you spent all the money on the lobster meat and it's not all on the bottom of the mac and cheese. I wish I could plate this better for you. I'm left-handed and I'm doing this righty right now. Probably. One.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Then, it's a shame to do this, but it's so delicious you have to. You just come back and you top it with your breadcrumbs. And I'm getting all over the table. And you have your lobster mac and cheese in less than 8 minutes at home. Okay? Looks amazing, tastes amazing. Or you can just come here and get it, and I'm not going to lie, I'll probably make it better than you. I'm sorry.
So what would you recommend? Would you recommend people make it themselves?
I mean, if you've never had our lobster mac and cheese, obviously come in and get our lobster mac and cheese. It's delicious and anywhere. And if not, come get our lobster. Because I'm not just saying our lobster's amazing. You can come right to the tank and pick one out yourself. It's great. And our lobster grilled cheese is starting to sell like crazy. It's getting a lot of word around here. We have some Instagram people that came down and got a bunch, and they loved it. So they've been selling like hotcakes too. So
what kind of cheese do you use on your lobster grilled cheese?
The lobster grilled cheese, I also like to use a Gruyere, but I like this. I have 4 cheeses: a Gruyere, a Fontina, a Provolone, and then your Swiss. It's just, with a good grilled cheese, you need a bunch of cheese. And you just come back with a grated Parmesan on the outside. After you grill it, you put your Parmesan and then toast it up. And it's a great combination. Then you finish your lobster in the butter and you put it in after you grill your cheese. That way it doesn't dry the lobster meat out.
Nice. And what would we recommend for a wine pairing with this, Brittany?
Good question from Brittany.
Lobster mac and cheese. I would do like a Chardonnay or a Pinot Grigio. A white wine with a lobster. Yeah.
All right. Probably an entire bottle,
Every
right?
week I'm going to learn something else about wine. So
Yeah, I'd say much sweeter than that.
I'd say definitely need a whole bottle though, not just a glass.
Yeah.
Which we do, right? And we have a special right now, Chef, of 3 bottles for $40, which is pretty amazing.
That's a really, really good deal. They should definitely come down and take advantage of that.
Super good deal. Well, are there any other questions you guys are seeing that we need to have you answer? Because I think this looks amazing.
I mean, who gets to eat it? That's the question.
We will.
Me.
Tori's on it.
Carolyn Meep says, hi, Chef Ace.
Hi, Carolyn Meat.
You've got some fans.
Uh-oh.
Well, what would be, so all of our top dishes are lobster related, right?
I mean, yeah, but like, we have a bunch of wraps coming out. Summer coming. We have, you guys have ever been down here, but we have a beautiful, beautiful balcony. Outdoor patio, I should say, not a balcony. Balcony is the second floor.
Yeah.
But our outdoor patio is gorgeous, and we have a lot of fast-paced wraps and stuff like that right now, like the Pittsburgh wrap. I don't know who looked it up, but one of my coworkers looked it up, and I'm the only one that knew the story behind the Pittsburgh wrap. And the Pittsburgh wrap is for the steel workers on the fly. They would literally take a hodgepodge of everything, like French fries, chicken, lettuce, just everything, and stuff it into a wrap, and it always came out with the most delicious thing. Back home in Buffalo, we have this thing called Nickel City dressing, because Buffalo is a nickel city, and it's just an amazing, sweet, tangy dressing. So the Pittsburgh, when people start coming out, the Pittsburgh's going to be a really good seller down here. I always brag about the buffalo chicken sandwich. We have a buffalo chicken wrap too. That's going to be amazing. But once our patio opens up, it's going to be a lot of like burgers and stuff like that. We always have the seafood, obviously. But if you leave a Pacers game and you want something on the fly or for the game, just stop in here and burgers.
And right now, lobster prices are lower.
Oh, they're ridiculously low.
Our
So
lobster
market
roll
price
is down,
Yep.
and our
Everything's super low because of COVID right now. Overseas takes most of our lobster business, and they're not taking anything, so we're having overstock of lobster everywhere. So it's pretty cheap right now. I highly, highly recommend it. And I highly recommend that somebody eats this before it gets cold.
all right, we will.
No.
Well,
It's coming.
tell everyone to join on Thursday for Brittany's fly.
Oh yeah, that's totally right. Miss Brittany, who's hiding behind the camera, will get to put her beautiful face in front of the camera on Thursday. She's doing a little bartender show.
And if anybody wants to give their recommendations of what they want to see her make, then they can send them out.
Yeah, if they want to see the Yoda again, I forgot, what was it, the Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda Teeny.
Baby Yoda teeny.
So Baby Yoda Rita.
Baby Yoda
Rita.
Rita. We can do more than one, right?
But thanks a lot for joining us, guys. And we appreciate you and your business, and continue to follow us at Pier 48.
Thanks, guys. Okay.